We intuitively feel that making art is good for us, but there is a massive difference between doodling to relax and deep fortifying process that we see in art therapy. If simply being creative was enough, why would we need specialized practitioners? Hello, my friend. If we haven't met before, I'm Cami, and I'm a full-time artist and art therapy practitioner. And today, we are cracking open the psychology behind it. The psychology behind art therapy and art's benefit for well-being. We are going beyond, oh, it feels nice to make art, and exploring the 5 proven, powerful ways that exercising your creative muscle doesn't just relax you, it literally helps you heal and fortify your emotional and physical self. First out, the most obvious but perhaps most powerful benefit is self-expression. Think of your emotions as a foreign language. Sometimes, especially after hard transitional moments, trauma, divorce, or when dealing with complex grief or super hard situations at work, the words just don't exist in English or Spanish or French or any language you speak. When you try to describe that feeling verbally, you hit a wall. Art can bypass that wall. It provides a visual language, which is very different from the spoken language. Instead of trying to say, I feel trapped, I feel chaotic and angry, you translate those feelings directly into color, form, lines, scratching, kneading. You might paint heavy dark lines, use intense colors, or violently scratch the surface, because that's what calls you, because that's what wants to be expressed, because that's what wants to come out. This is communication on a whole other level. This non-verbal release is incredibly therapeutic. I use it all the time on myself because it makes the internal external. It makes the internal chaos come out and exist outside of us instead of inside of us. It takes that swirling, overwhelming feeling inside your head and it simply puts it on paper where it's safe, non-threatening, and most importantly, it's now existing outside of you and it's manageable. It's the ultimate act of showing instead of telling. Now, my second point is stress reduction, and this is where art becomes a form of high-level meditation. When you are stressed, your nervous system is in full fight or flight mode. Your heart rate goes up, your blood pressure spikes, and your muscles tense up. Creative activities are a powerful form of escapism. When you are forced to focus on mixing paint, when you are focusing on translating what's in your head onto paper through your hand, when you are achieving that flow state, that creative, super even deep flow state by constantly connecting mind to body. Your brain is occupied. It can't simultaneously spin out a worst case scenarios about work or money. It just can't do it. This focused attention acts like some sort of a reset button. It focuses your attention on the task at hand, allowing you to let go of external stressors. This meditative state calms the physiological stress response. However, and this is a key takeaway, not every art project is equally calming. Sometimes trying to create a perfect portrait, a perfect flower, a perfect object of whatever is more stressful unless it has become your area of expertise, but that's a whole other story. So that's why in therapeutic setting, the practitioner can guide you toward process-oriented project like a simple line drawing, a simple repetitive work, play with color, play with lines. Those are the best suited for deep relaxation rather than pushing for creating a specific something. This brings us to insight and understanding. This is where the magic really happens. When you finish a piece of art, it exists outside of you. You can step back and look at it objectively and ask, what did I just make? What is it? What is it that just came out of me? During creation, you might have tapped into emotions or memories you weren't consciously aware of. By reflecting on the finished piece, you can gain tremendous insight. You might suddenly notice patterns, a repeating dark shape, a recurring theme of brokenness, of broken lines, of broken shapes, or a surprising use of some color you weren't expecting. This simple act of deeper self-reflection is the first step towards self-awareness. It helps you identify emotional or behavioral patterns that might be impacting your well-being. And as we know, you can't change what you don't understand. Art gives you a visual roadmap to the things that need to be addressed. For many people, especially those who have experienced trauma or have felt a lack of control in their lives, the feeling of empowerment is huge. When you are creating art, you are the boss. You decide the colors, the forms, the construction or deconstruction, and the resolution. You are in complete control of that small world on the canvas. Beyond controlling the environment, there's the simple, massive boost of accomplishment. Because creating something tangible requires focus. It requires patience. It requires problem solving. And patience is what my current art projects are teaching me. And I really need it. So finishing a piece provides an immense sense of self-efficacy and satisfaction. You made something from nothing. You created currency. That feeling directly boosts self-esteem and it gives you a sense of agency. That sense that can spill over into other areas of your life where maybe you don't feel power. Maybe you actually feel completely powerless. And finally, we can't forget the physical side. Art is often used in rehabilitation because holding small objects like a paintbrush, like a moving clay, like a small piece of charcoal, or carefully cutting paper, it all involves the use of motor skills. This can help improve dexterity and coordination. For individuals recovering from injury, stroke, or illness, art can be a really fun, engaging form of physical therapy. A form of physical therapy that helps restore strength and range of motion, particularly in the upper body, of course. So we have established that making art is inherently therapeutic, but let's go back to our initial question. If it's so therapeutic on its own, why do we need art therapy practitioners? And here is the absolute difference maker. While making art on your own is very helpful, it can't give you an objective perspective. You are too close to the emotions to see the patterns. A trained practitioner provides the structure. They can help you process and connect. They can help you make concrete connections between the colors you choose, between the types of mediums you choose, and the difficult conversation that maybe you had last week. A practitioner can help you set goals, ensure your creative expression is leading toward positive change rather than simply reinforcing a negative emotion. Sometimes expressing trauma without structure can actually be a little bit harmful even. It can exacerbate negative characteristics if not handled properly. A trained practitioner can provide safety and guidance. They are there to provide a safe space and to guide you away from projects that might be counterproductive to your current goals. The practitioner is the crucial objective eye, making sure the act of self-expression is effectively translated into insight and healing. The ability to be creative is an inherent, powerful part of the human experience. It's not just a skill reserved for artists. It's a muscle we can all exercise to gain self-awareness, reduce stress, and find our voice. So whether you are drawing stick figures or painting a masterpiece, remember that you are not just making art, you are actively participating in your own healing and fortification. What do you think of all of that? What creative outlet do you use to distress? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, watch the other one linked somewhere here, and I will see you next time.